Thank you for being with us on this program today. Dynamic Diet on the Nigerian television property channel Nta Akure, the Dynamic Station. This is your weekend show where we educate, entertain, and inform you about happenings around you, and we ensure that your weekend is never a dull moment. And that is why we are here this morning to do what we know how to do best, so that you can enjoy every bit of your weekend today. And I know that you are also prepared to savor the moment here with us. And I am Niyi Omotense. Of course, I have here with me my ever smiling, ever radiant colleague.
Thank you. Happy weekend to every one of you, and thanks for joining us on Dynamic Diet, where we take a look at insightful conversation and we also entertain and educate you on the show.
Wow. What's it going to be like today then?
Yes, very interesting as usual.
You know, this morning we're going to have lots of activities for you, as we have always been doing. We're going to show you some, at least, road traffic rules, how you need to drive safely during rainy season. You know, the rain has been sort of torrential since some days ago now. The rain everywhere, and we need to at least kind of educate you on how best to drive during rainy season, ensuring safe driving to avoid unnecessary accidents. And of course,
in line with what you are saying, weekly mirror segments, and one of the challenges of rainy season is flood.
Of course.
So we'll be looking at this on our weekly mirror segment.
You know what, Shadi? Over the week I was watching some video of places ravaged by flood.
In fact, I saw one funny one whereby a tree was moving on the water. Wow. And those people were shouting, and some people were like, are you sure this tree is not trying to tell us that flood is on the way? So it could be so many signs that you're seeing around you.
You see flood carrying cars.
Yes.
I saw a place even in this Nigeria where flood took over the place. People had to be on the roof.
Yeah, on the roof. Wow.
You know, it was very terrible.
So how prepared are we for this?
Especially in Ondo State. Yes. You know, this is our own state, so we need to at least ensure that if it happens elsewhere, it doesn't get here. And of course, we are going to have an entertainment segment, and beside that,
yes, we'll have our sports segment.
Wow, you know, it has got to a critical stage now.
Yes.
You already know who is going to play in the finals, and some people will be slugging it out for the third place today. While tomorrow we're going to have the final. So we're going to give you highlights of build up to the final of the World Cup, FIFA World Cup. You know, the matches that came up in the quarterfinals, the surprises, the comebacks, and all others. We're going to give you highlights of those and some other sporting activities across the world. Please don't go away. Let's quickly see this video now on how to ensure safe driving during rainy season.
Safety tip. Each year, thousands of drivers report that the accidents they had were caused by rainy conditions. However, safety studies have shown that most of these incidents were actually avoidable. This 1-second advantage safety tip, employing our wet weather safe driving techniques, will help you reduce the chance of having a problem when driving in the rain. Driving in the rain can certainly be challenging, especially when caught in the middle of a downpour. The roads become slick and your visibility is greatly reduced. Plus, you now have to deal with all those other drivers who don't heed the deteriorating road conditions and continue to drive as if it's a beautiful sunny day. So what should you do? Slow down, leave more room between yourself and other vehicles, stay alert, and anticipate any potential problems by looking farther ahead. Remember, in wet conditions, tires have much less grip or traction than they do in dry conditions. Therefore, it is important to reduce speed in order to increase the time available to recognize and react to any situation. During the first 10 to 15 minutes of a rainstorm, road conditions are especially dangerous because oil that has dripped from other vehicles since the last rain is now floating on top of the water, making it extremely slippery. Again, slow down so that you can maintain control. Also, as conditions permit, avoid following large trucks or buses too closely, since the splash created by larger tires can temporarily shut down your ability to see. As in any other driving situation, a properly equipped vehicle is often the safest. Maintenance items that will help in the rain are good wiper blades, clean windows, working lights and flashers, plenty of windshield washer fluid, and good tires with deep tread depth. One of the most common distractions drivers experience in rainy conditions are windows fogging up. Dirty windows act like a fog magnet. You can significantly reduce this dangerous situation by regularly cleaning your windows on the inside. Tires can provide you with a major safety advantage. Tires properly inflated work better in the rain due to the fact that it keeps the tread or footprint open, allowing the tire to channel more water out from underneath it. Be safe. Regularly check your tire's air pressure. If you ever feel your vehicle begin to hydroplane, let the vehicle slow down while continuing to look where you want to go. This is the only way to reduce the effects of hydroplaning. Avoid braking or turning suddenly. Never use your vehicle's cruise control in the rain. If your vehicle hydroplanes while the cruise control is activated, the tires lose traction, the engine accelerates, and then, once you regain traction, your vehicle takes off out of control. A smart habit to get into is to turn on your headlights whenever you turn on your windshield wipers. The benefit of doing so is to give your vehicle more visibility to oncoming traffic and to those following behind. Make sure the other drivers around you know where you are. In summary, slow down, stay alert, and make sure your vehicle is always properly maintained for this and all other hazardous road conditions. Using these proven wet weather techniques and precautions will help you get to your destination safely, instead of being stuck in the rain waiting for a tow truck, or worse.
Third quarter is here. NTA Television College Refilled JOS invites media practitioners and non-media practitioners to be part of our short proficiency courses starting from 13th July to 25th September 2026. The college offers hands-on experience on practical training from certified professionals in the broadcast field. The courses will commence as follows: online reporting, digital studio architecture and integration, intermediate camera operation, motion graphics design, parliamentary reporting and judicial reporting. For registration details, course schedules, and more information, visit our website at www.ntatvc.edu.ng or call the following numbers: 0803-383-4343 or 0806-980-9807. NTA TV College Refilled JOS, your gateway to media excellence.
You're welcome. It's the program Dynamic Diet on the Nigerian Television Authority Channel Nta Akure Dynamic Station. We are now on the weekly mirror segment where we're going to talk about mitigating flooding impacts through channelization in Ondo State. And we already have our guest in the studio this morning. The guest this morning is the usual saying that a round peg in a round hole, because he is the right person to discuss this topic. Our guest this morning is the special assistant to the Ondo State Governor on technical and ecological control. He is engineer Elisha Epichimi. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
It's good to have you here, sir.
Thank you.
Well, we are talking about mitigating flooding impacts through channelization in Ondo State. Let me start with this. Every year the NIMET predicts flooding, and Ondo State is one of the states that they warned that we should beware that flood might come. And we have started seeing this flood in other states.
Yes.
We have places where people have to be climbing roof.
And this year's one is another different level.
We saw flood in Lekki, or places in Lagos where people
were packing out.
Were flooded. But in Ondo State, we have not had this flood in this big form that disrupt activities fully like that. What are we doing in Ondo State that is not making this flood, or that will not make this flood to ravage Ondo State like other states?
Thank you very much. You know that I'm always saying this on radio stations and TV station. See, in Ondo State, we are working proactively on our waterway, which I have to give the executive governor of Ondo State, Honorable Dr. Lucky Orimisa Ayedatiwa, kudos for his impact on erosion control in Ondo State. We have been addressing this since last year. By July 20, I will clock a year in my office. First time in this of Ondo State, we received an award concerning erosion control in Abuja last year. Yesterday, I'm glad to tell you this morning that I went to Ibadan yesterday and I received a community leadership Southwest in Ibadan yesterday. Is a big privilege to the Ondo State indigene, home and abroad. Concerning erosion in Ondo State, we are working seriously on it. We have to thank our able governor for creating an erosion control office separately in Ondo State. That is why you see that we have never had any lost or properties in Ondo State for now.
So which community are you really focusing on? Because there have been some channelization project going on and all that. So which community are you really focusing on right now?
In Ondo State, we don't have one single community. We want to address everywhere. I came from Ilaje, and Ilaje is a riverine area. I'm only saying this on a TV station because I don't deceive. We are in lowest point. You understand? But by special grace of God, I have been praying to God Almighty that I want this flood to affect Ilaje before our tenure will come and end in Ondo State, for us to know where we are going to, for us to know where we are going to address. And thank God that we are seeing that in Ilaje now. And I have promised that we are going to give Ilaje permanent solution.
Well, thank you very much. You have mentioned Ilaje as one of the, what are some other communities that your work has gone to, and what have you done in those communities? Like you said, Ondo State, we don't have one community. We are big.
But there are some that you
are
really
a big family. But we know that some places, like Ilaje, you say, is prone to flooding. Then what are other places that are prone to flooding? Then what have you done to ensure that those places now, they are smiling.
They are getting prepared. Even if it's sensitization, going around telling them things.
What are some of those things?
I'm always saying this. It's my office. which I can glad to say that in anywhere that in Ondo State we are addressing this. I have addressed Odigbo, or there is a critical area in Odigbo, or there is 80%. Ondo Town, Ondo West, Ondo East. If you recall last 2 years, we have a serious challenge at Itanla. Now, you can have a free movement in Itanla, but a little challenge we had last week is that the roadside drainages, and we have give all the local government chairman directive, we call it the same thing, to do the same thing in their local government, so that the community peoples can be able to enjoy their communities. We work in Akure South, Akure North. In this one of Ondo State, we have never addressed this channelization the way this administration is addressing it now. You understand? Because we have received so many awards concerning this erosion control. If you look at our neighboring state now, you will see that people are parking out of their house. That you see in our state now, we have this thing in our state. We have rest of mind.
Because you are prepared.
Yes, we have prepared 80%.
Okay, now our people are used to waiting for government for everything. Even if it takes for government to come and sweep inside their house, they'll say it's government, everything government. So beyond government intervention now, what do you think individuals should do, community, business owners should do to prepare for this flooding season or to the rainy season?
You know, Yoruba is always saying something that me usually put see, if you want to urinate in your house, you know how to go to bathroom. But now, if you want to dump your refuse, you not dump it inside your bathroom. You drop it along the road or the drainages side. That's the impact of our people. But we are sanitize them that they should not drop all this refuse or whatever building materials on our waterways, because all these things are causing flooding.
What goes around comes around.
Yes.
So, from where we are now, you know, we are in the middle of rainy season now. But there's still a season that is coming, a season where where water just comes there around October, thereabout. We will say there are some dams will be open, that water will be flowing, and that is the time you have the River Niger overflowing, and all these communities are joining it. Will be flooding. From where we are now, can you confidently say that Ondo State has gone past the challenge of flooding in this 2026?
Yes. You know that it's my office. You understand? I'm a competent person in that office. You understand? Which I can give you the assurance. The only problem we are going to face in Ondo State is Elijah. If you look at my activities now in Ondo State, you see that I deploy excavator, not only amphibious machine. Yesterday, I deploy excavator to, bypass. If you are going to Yemeku Road, you know that if you are going towards that Yemeku Road, you see that there's a little flooding happening in that area, any small dropping of cup of rain. So, and yesterday I went to that place and I give them the notice that till Monday, by Monday I'm going there and I'm going to demolish some shop and church.
Yeah.
Yes. And I told them that, see, if you build in setback, government is not going to compensate you, because we have a setback of water and road. Why do you build on that? If you go to that location I'm telling you now, you will see that this is Access Bank. If you look at the back of Access Bank give a government a setback, normal setback. But some people have already sold our place out and be using it. So they are expecting government to come and compensate them. The answer is no.
Now, some people are used to going back. Let me ask you, you told them to leave. Before you know, they want to go back to that place. I don't know how to qualify such people.
How you now going to make sure that
how do you enforce?
Once we remove
you are
you
grown
cannot
out of
come
there.
back to this place again.
How do you work with other people too? Let me add to this question so that you just explain.
Other
agencies to enforce that your law.
We want to talk about this issue now. You need environment.
Yes.
You need security. You know,
enforce.
The work is not about
you alone.
Flood control office alone.
Yes.
So there are other ministries and agencies
to
that. How are you ensuring collaboration that this work succeeds?
You know, in this administration, we work together. We work under one umbrella. If I said yes, the commissioner for infrastructure will tell you yes. Okay. The commissioner for urban development, that's the major office. Environmental is minor. Ministry of Environment is minor. Urban development is major office, because they are the approval office to the ownership. So I have a good relationship with Sunday David Yes, the urban development commissioner. So we're good to go in on those states.
So let's also add the people who are in charge of parking refuse.
Waste management.
Because I was listening to a program on radio, and the people in that community were like, they don't come to pack our refuse. We just throw it in the bush. We throw it anywhere we want to throw it. And this will affect your job too.
So how do we ensure effective waste management?
You know that, if you recall, I'm a former technical assistant to Mr. Governor on erosion control. But now, I'm now in charge ecological control in Ondo State. I will call everybody in order. This is our state. You know, before we travel out of this state to bring expatriates as a contractor to come and manage all those things for Ondo State. But now, I am an indigenous of this state. I want to beautify this state. And we are going to do it. By Monday, I have wrote a letter to the Waste Management Board that I want to have a meeting with them. So when I have a meeting with them, you see that in the next few weeks, don't let me say months, because it's only God is talk and do. But this government is talk and do government. Yes. You see that face of Ondo State will change.
Wow. And beside what we have done so far, what are the other plans on the way that you want people to understand, so that by the time it's come, you have talked about you are going to some places now where people will be removed and the rest. What are other plans we have on ground, so that people will know that we are planning this one? For those that are doubting, they will know that this person means business, this government means business. For those that want to key into, they will know that this area where we also want to key in. What are other plans we have for this in terms of flood control?
If you recall, I have a good record in Lagos State. I have a good record in Osun. I have a good record in Ibadan. And this is my state. I must lay a good foundation. You know, if you travel through Fiwasaye, you see some concretized channelization, which I have told the contractor that, come, this is poor design. We call it poor design. If you look at the last rainfall in Akure now, you see that that area is overflow. Due the erosion clamped the concrete channelization, which I have bring my own design to this state. By a special grace of God, I'm going to change the face of Ondo State through my office concerning my.
In terms of flood control.
Yes.
Remember, that's another very critical area you mentioned. One day I was going along this, I think, inside Ajipo that goes out at, I think, along the road that they call it Nyapata. I saw one, do I call it covert or a bridge that was constructed. I was talking with somebody there. I said, this thing is supposed to be wider than this. Because the river channel that leads to that place itself is even wider
than the bridge
you are constructing. So you definitely know that by the time water gets there, that bridge will inhibit the water, and the water will overflow. And that is one of the things you have mentioned now. So beyond Fiwasai, how are you make sure that you go around to see other places that
all these locations have been there? You know, before I can come outside to tell you that I'm going to give Ondo State new face. You know, I'm always move every day. I travel every blessed day. I have traveled to Nta. You understand? People have been crying this day before yesterday. I received a call. I said no. You know, that area is not by vicinity. Include Ayedu. Ayedu is a critical area too in Ondo State. Worst area in Ondo State is Ayedu. To Araromi, which I have designed my own bridge. Immediately I have a meeting with His Excellency. Okay, this is what I want to do. You know, sometimes we don't construct road. You can construct a bridge that can maintain that area. When you have a free flow water in some locations,
it even makes the road itself
have yes,
unnecessary disturbance. Yes.
So now you're passionate about what you do, the way you talk, and we are proud of what you do. But now you work with other contractors. They may want to slow your job down. So how do you manage?
Some might even want to sabotage.
Some may want to sabotage.
When somebody that is supposed to do a contract of 1 billion.
You see a contract lingering for
want to out of the 1 billion save like 700,000 to himself.
So let's look at the timing now. It's already raining season. How do you manage the
efficiency of the job and how they make sure that they do the right thing?
I want to tell you
quickly.
In Ondo State, in my office, before you come to me as an expatriate, and I will tell you that I'm expert too. You understand? You can't deceive me. If you want to slow my job, we have review letter. I will review your contract. I want to tell you I don't give a contract out. My office is direct labor office. You understand? That is what we call quick assignment. If you are giving contractor a coverage to do, if you look at, you see all these past government, they are doing well. They are performing on those states. I can tell you it's 90%. But sometimes when you give a contractor assignment, you have to go there by yourself and see what they are doing. Some area in Ilaje, we are facing some little challenges in our area now, which are from that local government. I felt bad last week when I traveled to that place. You understand? Which I'm going to correct it. You know, when you want to develop a city, when Jesus Christ is coming, you understand that there is a friend come with Jesus Christ as a friend, but he's an enemy to Jesus.
Yeah, a betrayer.
Yes. So when as I occupy this office in Ondo State, this is the first time in this one for Ondo State having erosion control. You know, erosion is under Ministry of Environment. You can't expect me to not have enemy, but when you have God, you overcome that enemy.
That's one thing I just want to add. I wanted to add, as my colleague was asking that question, but I already putting it down, that I want to look at challenges, whether with colleagues or even with communities that you want to save themselves. Yes, there are some people that like we are talking about, people that build on the rest. There are people, some people
want to demolish
that have been enjoying this, so to say, bad system,
benefiting from
it, and you are now coming in and want to make things right. It's a whole lot of challenge. What are some other challenges that you face in this job on daily basis as we go out, as we try to make things right? What are the challenges?
As a man, are you not facing challenges in your house between you and your wife and your children? You understand? I must, but I can't disclose that.
I think that's the wisdom, because when you are facing challenges and you begin to shout, people begin to say, even for some people that ordinarily did not want to be, and if you say, so it's not mentioning us. Okay, I think there's wisdom in that. There's wisdom in that. So, having done this much, have you seen people, the truth is, when you occupy a public office, you are not occupying it for people to sing your praise, but when you're doing well too, and people begin to tell you, oh, you are doing well, you have seen what you are doing, it makes you to want to do more. It makes you to understand that, oh, people are appreciating what I'm doing. What has been the response from communities that you have been to?
You know, I told you earlier that I received so many awards. It's community award. Oh. First time in this of Nigeria, you receive an award in a state on erosion control. This is first time in history. Ondo State received that last year. Leadership on community, I received it yesterday in Ibadan. That award is a big award to this state. They have prepared that award down since 8th March. You understand? But I don't have time. Yesterday, I just took myself down to that place that I want to receive this award. You understand? You know, when I took the machine down to the bypass yesterday, some people felt bad. And I told them that, come, you are passing through this place. He said, yes. If you want to go, if you have any small rain, can you pass? He said, no. I said, well, you are doing our own too. It's okay. You understand? When people are crying, sometimes if you know that this thing you want to do is going to affect masses, you learn how to manage them. When you manage masses, so that you will succeed whatever you are doing.
Okay, so being here today is part of your job to sensitize people. You know, lots of people are watching you. So what's your take-home word for them in order to prepare for the season?
If you are my friend on Facebook, I'm always be on Facebook every day. Every Saturday, Friday, TikTok. See, in Ondo State, in all the days, we don't have Kule, that is waste management. We have Wole, that is environmental.
Very effective.
But now, we have environmental, we have waste management, include Lagos State. See our environment. You understand? We need home assignment. Not every, see, if you depend on government every day, see, you will fail the system. Now, you are driving past through NTA. You saw someone drop a cup of a ragulis of water. Why can't you tell that person, pick it and put it inside your car? Now, my message to good people from those states and Nigeria at large, we should stop dumping refuse on waterway, roadside, and our roadside drainages. Because all these things, they are causing all this flooding. Can Ayedatiwa carry refuse from his house to roadside? The answer is no. In all these days, we hear that environmental is coming. You run. Wole timbo. Now at this, what happened? We need to ask ourselves questions before government. At least you are not small then. I'm not small then when we have all these environmentalists.
Well, thank you very much, Engineer Elisha, BGME, the Special Assistant to Ondo State Governor on Technical and Ecological True Matters. Thank you very much for being our guest this morning. And I hope when we invite you next, you oblige our invitation.
Yes.
Wow, it's been wonderful having you here with us. And we want to also lend a voice to appreciating you for what you're doing for Ondo State. Because at least this year, like I said, we have not had a major flood issue in Ondo State. Thank you very much for that. On that note, we are quitting the weekly mirror segment of Dynamic this morning, but the entertainment segment comes up shortly. Please don't go away.